गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। मैं प्रोफेसर बीरेंद्र कुमार, हेड पीजी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ ज्योग्राफी, जयप्रकाश यूनिवर्सिटी छपरा। प्रिय छात्रों, आज के इस ऑनलाइन क्लास में आप सबों का स्वागत है। आज जो हम टॉपिक डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं वो एमए सेमेस्टर 4 के छात्रों से संबंधित है। छात्रों, आपके सिलेबस के अनुसार पेपर 13th में क्वांटिटेटिव ज्योग्राफी यानी कि मात्रात्मक भूगोल के अंतर्गत आपकी परीक्षाओं में अक्सर यह प्रश्न पूछा जाता है कि भूगोल के अध्ययन में मात्रात्मक दृष्टिकोण का उल्लेख करें अथवा उनका आलोचनात्मक वर्णन करें और critically examine the quantitative approach in geography। इस तरह से छात्रों प्रश्न पूछे जाते हैं। छात्रों, broadly speaking, since the modern geography came into being, the geographers were looking for a system which could provide scientific base for the theories and models. In other physical sciences, the statistical treatment was already introduced. Many such statistical methods, which were limited to physical sciences, were extended to social sciences such as economics. Geographers of the developed countries, particularly Americans, started realizing the significance of quantitative approach. Consequently, the empirical descriptive geography was discarded and more stress was laid on the formulation of abstract models. Hence, to have a scientific base in geography and in order to formulate theories and models, statistics was introduced in geography, which is popularly known as the quantitative revolution in geography. The beginning of a statistical approach in geography seems to have started in 1929 by the article published by Jeff entitled Human Behavior and the Principles of Least Effort. In 1947, he used the statistical method in determining the distribution of population and their state of balance. In the year 1949, in Princeton University, some scholars belonging to natural and social sciences, under the leadership of Stewart, emphasized on more interaction and interdisciplinary approach between natural and social sciences. This opened the door of mathematical use in social sciences. Its immediate effect was felt on geography. The geographers of 20th century started thinking that they do not have any theory or laws of their own like other natural and social sciences. Many of the theories like agricultural theory of von Thunen and industrial location theory of Weber were borrowed from economics. Chris Toller was the first geographer to make a major contribution to location of theory, and he also applied quantitative techniques enormously in his theory of central place. Later on, in the year 1958, Edward Ackermann encouraged his students to concentrate on quantification. Weber, another American geographer who formulated the crop combination regions by applying the standard deviation technique, which brought a quantitative revolution in the field of agricultural geography. In geomorphology, Sorley, Stroller, Dury, Bowman, etc. used a statistical method to analyze slope and topography. In climatology, a statistical method was already in use, particularly by Köppen and Thornwey. In Britain, Sorley and Haggett, both from Cambridge University, applied quantitative techniques vigorously and inspired the new generation to adopt multivariate analysis as the major tools for geographical research. Thus, by the year 1960s, there was a craze for a statistical analysis of geographical fact. Although quantification was introduced in various fields of geography, but it was applied least in human geography. The main reason for this was that the concept of determinism was gradually replaced by new thinking of possibilism. The possibilists had started giving more emphasis on uncertainty of free choice of activities in nature. So they were of the opinion that the relation between nature and human activities could not be expressed in quantitative terms, nor any formulation or theorization was possible. Throughout the decade 1950s to 60s, there was an active controversy regarding quantification in geography. No doubt, there were many advantages of quantitative techniques and their application for the formulation of theory, but there were disadvantages also, as the theories and models developed on the basis of empirical data do not take into account the normative questions like beliefs, emotions, attitudes, desires, hopes, and fear, and therefore could not be accepted as the tools explaining exact geographical realities. Quantitative techniques also demanded considerable mathematical powers. They also demanded sophisticated data which are rarely available outside the developed countries. As a matter of fact, the data collected in the developing countries like India have many pitfalls and shortcomings. Therefore, the theories and models developed on the basis of weak data and unreliable information is bound to give only a distorted and faulty picture of the reality. Thus, there were several debatable points in favor and against a statistical approach. Thus, who were opposed to it gave the following arguments. First one, Stamp was of the opinion that the geographers should concentrate on more authentic work than going for new tools. Secondly, some were of the opinion that statistical methods were useful for some limited aspects, as many elements of geography cannot be measured. Third one, some holds the view that though statistics are useful in itself, but its application is faulty in many fields of geography. As such, the purpose is not achieved. Anyway, those who advocates for statistics holds the view that, like other sciences, geography should also add to its tools, and for that, statistics is a better tool. Secondly, the geographical factors are so numerous that to reduce them to a manageable number, their statistical use is essential. Hence, to have a scientific base in geography, and in order to formulate theories and models, quantitative approach in geography were initiated. That's all. Thank you very much.